Hi, it's Chuck and Jeannie here from Tested Alaska Style. One of my favorite companions in the backcountry is the 460 Rowland and chambered with the Glock Model 30. So Glock Model 30s, Gen 3, Gen 4. We have a couple of different family member choices here. My original Glock 30 with the 460 Rowland. You can see it's unloaded, no magazine, so it's safe. This 460 Rowland here was the first one that I modified, and this one here has the older style compensator from 460 Rowland, stainless steel barrel, and the Rowlandator, which adds weight to the compact version of the slide. What that does for you is slows the slide down just enough to handle the 460 Rowland speed, and then it's very faint. You probably can't see it on the magazine, but it says 460 on there in a black magic marker because we have to change the mag spring to make it stronger and feed. But once you change the mag spring, put the new barrel and compensator and Rowlandator on here, you've got yourself 44 mag energy, 10 plus 1, and my favorite way to carry it is in a Kydex style Kenai chest rig, just like this. So that's our backcountry companion here in Alaska, and there are other guns with more energy. However, mid-range 44 mag in a Glock platform with 10 and 1 is a great option. So since I did the first one here a few years ago, the family has decided they wanted them too. So the next gun that wound up being modified is this brand new Glock Gen 4 Model 30. Jeannie's son, who is a commercial fisherman, he modified this Glock Model 30. And if you notice, the new version has a different muzzle brake than the old version. So the new version has more compensation, less recoil, a slightly slower slide, and less impact. So it's probably easier on the gun, easier on the shooter. It might feed a tiny bit more reliably. So the new version is here. I recommend something to the effect of a TFX Pro front sight. It gives you tritium, fiber optic, so it pops. And the nice thing about the Gen 4 over the Gen 3, of course, is the bigger magazine release. So this one probably is the best setup. A Gen 4 with the new 460 Rowland modification. Jeannie here has kind of almost the best scenario. So this one is the new 460 version of the compensator, but we modified a Gen 3, so you can see it has a small slide release. I think that'll be just fine for our uses. At the moment, Jeannie's shooting 45 ACPs only out of this. I don't think she's quite confident enough for the hit of a 460 Rowland, but we're not running 460s through this yet. So her magazines have not been modified with a new spring, so we don't see any markings on here. Brandon's has a plus 10%. You can get those at the Glock store, plus 10% springs. We find that sufficient to run the 460 Rowland. So ammo availability. COVID has made things an awful lot more challenging to get your hands on ammo, at least here in Alaska. We do have some options though. So the Buffalo Bore ammo puts you at a mid-range 44 mag energy with 255 grains of cast lead and 1,350 feet per second. So you have 10 and 1. Buffalo or Underwood ammo also produces roughly the same load. So it's 255 grains of cast lead. They choose to coat their ammo, and it's approximately the same speed, between 1,300, 1,400 feet per second. So for any of you ballistic gurus out there, that puts you at mid-range 44 mag energy. pretty well the minimum for bears here in Alaska. A lot of folks tend to consider the 10 millimeter a bear gun. No bueno. Compare the 10 millimeter energy with 44 mag energy or 460 Rowland energy, and there's really no comparison. So if you want a bear gun in a semi-automatic, that's the answer right here, the 460 Rowland. Occasionally, you might want to carry it for social work. Two-legged bad behavior, self-defense. And Underwood also offers ammo along with a couple of other companies, including 460 Rowland's own ammo. They offer a jacketed hollow point, which is more of a self-defense ammo. This, again, pretty gnarly. That is 230 grain of lead jacketed hollow point at 1,400 feet per second. So that is going to knock pretty well any two-legged assailant off his feet. And then with 10+1, you have the defense capability for more than one assailant. What you could do is carry that in one magazine, and then you decide you're going to be in the bush. You pop in another magazine with some cast lead ammo for four-legged furry bad behavior with claws. So one gun, if you were to choose one gun for this sort of scenario, it'll shoot 45 ACP, 45 Super, and 460 Rowland, all in the same magazine at the same time. So lots of varieties. What I like to do for holster options is I carry it in a Kydex because, of course, it's part of the safety of the gun to keep it properly holstered. And then when I get ready on the trail, I mount my holster after I'm dressed like this. And then when I'm ready to go, and I carry the holster in my chest rig. This doesn't fit me quite so well because this one's Brandon's. Mine's in the truck, which is where I usually carry it. And then we bike like this. The beauty is the gun and the chamber and everything's all protected. The trigger's protected. And if I need it, it's right here. If I fall off my bike, I get knocked off my bike by a moose or a bear, the gun stays intact and I'm ready to draw. It's easy. And then when I get back to the truck and it's time to get undressed, take off my helmet and my biking gear, it's simple. I keep this right on my front seat, pull the gun, put it right back in the holster, and then the gun is safe and I just get undressed. Super awesome setup. Kenai chest holsters. The difference is that you've got to do a little bit of Dremel work right here. Just Dremel a little notch out here to account for the Rowlinator. So if you look at the top of the slide here, this extra slide weight, you need a little extra space. So you can mark that, just trim this just a tiny bit. You'll need the end of the holster open for the compensator. So if you Dremel the end of the holster or you order the holster open like this, the compensator is fine, exposed. Dremel out the Rowlinator and you've got yourself a great chest rig. But remember, the safety is in the holster. If you have a round in the chamber, you have to keep it properly holstered. So that's the way to do it. Anyway, 460 Rowland has been so awesome for our family up here in Alaska that everybody wanted one. And ladies, if you're interested in shooting this gun, what I would recommend is modify a Glock Model 30. Allow the compensator to reduce the recoil of just 45 ACP ammo. And when you feel comfortable, ramp it up to the 460 Rowland. So just remember, you have to change the mag springs and add a little bit of extra strength. Plus 10% seems to work. The folks at 460 Rowland have been very helpful if you have any questions or problems. But we have tested this Alaska style.